Live and on stream, it's Malignant Bear, featuring JD Grousebits on mic. Hello everybody and welcome to the stream. Tonight we're playing Dark Souls 2. For those who aren't aware, Dark Souls is a franchise. There's a bunch of games in it now. Well, if you count other ones that aren't called Dark Souls. But the second one is the redheaded stepchild of the franchise for sure. But it's still a decent game. It has its pluses and minuses. But anyway, we're playing it tonight because every year the Dark Souls community has events that they call Return to and whatever the country or continent or kingdom or whatever you want to call it of the game is. And so right now is Return to Drangleic, which is the kingdom from Dark Souls 2. So the community and new people as well are encouraged to reinstall the game, whatever platform they might be on, and start fresh and play through it again, all in one big group, to try to recreate the experience of playing through it when it's fresh and there's a whole bunch of people and things going on with the game, which is a pretty cool idea, and I'm glad that they do it. Even if it is with, again, Dark Souls 2, game has some issues, and we'll talk about that as we go through. But yeah, I've been playing a little bit off stream just to kind of get through the beginning part of the game, because this game in particular, all the Dark Souls games have kind of slow starts. This one in particular definitely does. So I wanted to skip through that. And it's even slower because I picked Deprived as my class. So you start with literally nothing. So by skipping that, we skipped through about an hour of me, punching things to death before I got an actual weapon and then was able to do some things. So anyway, without any further ado, here's Dark Souls 2. So we're here in Majula, the hub area of this game. And the game, it still looks pretty good. This one's a lot brighter than the first one is, at least off the bat it is for sure. It's interesting, seeing the big outdoor areas and the sunlight and everything. So here's the Emerald Herald.
Bear, seek, lest.
So Bear, seek, lest was the thumbnail. I tried to get a little clever with it. You have to skip through her dialogue to actually do the things you want to do. So instead of the Fire Keeper, she still technically is one, but this is the woman you talk to level up, upgrade your flask, and get some little hints about where to go. So it's a Dark Souls game, you know how that goes. We played the first one a couple months ago for the 10th anniversary of that. So the mechanics are pretty standard at this point. Something interesting that this one does is right off the bat you get the item box where you can store things using the bonfire as kind of your stash. You can fast travel right off the bat to any bonfire that you've unlocked. You might notice in the bottom left there, there's like the little pictures of where the bonfires are, so you can see like this zone is the Forest of Fallen Giants, it's the first area, and you can pick which one you want to go to. And there's a little number on those portraits. So there's a mechanic here, bonfire aesthetics, and you can burn them, and it makes the area around them harder. And doing so also resets any monsters and bosses that are in them. One of the really, I guess we'll say interesting, things that this game does, as opposed to the other ones, is that enemies have a set number of spawns. So you can go, for example, to, we'll showcase it here. You can kill an enemy, rest at a bonfire, and reset, and then they'll respawn up to a certain limit in this game. I believe it's 10 or 15 for each enemy. So you can see here in this area, normally there's a big guy standing right here, and another one over here, and another one up there, and another one further up there. I've killed them and reset enough times that they will not respawn anymore. So you can potentially make the game a little bit easier if you do things like that. Just gonna kill this guy while I talk about things. This game, though, balances that out with another thing. see here our stats. We're level 48. Put a bunch into strength and dexterity so I can actually use some weapons. And adaptability. We'll talk about some of these here. Pardon me. But one of the features of this game, and the reason why a lot of people are not crazy about it, is soul memory. And this is a counter of every soul that you have acquired in the game. And it just keeps going up as you keep playing. And it's kind of, it goes alongside with your level, and that you can only match with people that have a similar soul memory to you. So you are punished for grinding in this game, potentially, if you get too high of a soul memory, because then you won't be able to match with other players. Which is an interesting mechanic, because it can lock you out of some co-op and some PvP, but on the other hand, it enables the game to have kind of set soul memory, like areas, I suppose, ranges for different content. This game is a favorite among the PvP crowd, partially because of that, and partially because of some of these other stats here. So, adaptability is an interesting one in this game, and you can see I put a lot of points in it because it's basically required, because adaptability increases your agility, and this is kind of like a hidden stat. It shows it here, but it's much more in depth than this little sentence gives. It's the speed of every single action in the game. From opening chests to your weapon swings to your potions, everything is based on your agility and adaptability. So you have some set breakpoints around that, so people like to plan builds based on it. Another thing that adaptability does is it gives you resistances, which we can see over here. This game is probably the hardest of the Souls games, in my opinion, at least of the core three. And one of the reasons why it's so hard is that this game loves to give you status debuffs. Tons of them, especially Curse, and especially later on. Curse makes you hollow, so you can see my character's pretty gross looking right now. So in addition to dying and becoming hollow, if you get cursed, you also become hollow. Curse, when it's applied to you, does a ton of damage, decreases your maximum health, and it can just keep stacking and keep going. So it's very strong. The last boss in particular of the base game is just constantly pumping out Curse, and it's terrible. But all these other things, Petrify, Bleed, Poison, are also here, and again, used to great effect. One of the reasons why this game is so hard, again, is that, and just kind of general sneakiness and traps and things that this game has. There's a lot of that in Dark Souls in general. You might remember Sen's Fortress or Funhouse, depending on your preference, from Dark Souls 1, where there's lots of traps and hidden enemies that backstab you and things. And outside of that, you get some of that in the first game. That is everywhere in this game. From the word go, there is tons of hidden enemies, traps, debuffs, everything everywhere. This game is brutally difficult, and it wants you to know that it is. It's not a bad game because of those things, at least in my opinion. Some people absolutely hate this game, and I've played through it a couple times now, and I don't hate it, but I have some issues with it for sure. I think it's still the worst of the three, but it's still fun to go back and revisit. But yeah, it's definitely more difficult than the other ones for sure, with 3 being the easiest. Although I will say this game has some fantastic DLC. The little mini expansions that they added, you can get them piecemeal or get it all as Scholar of the First Sin, which we're playing now, are very good. And Scholar of the First Sin also rebalanced some things in the base game. There's some different enemy and item placements and things like that. Some improvements, especially to the PC version, and it's just all around a better experience. So if you have Dark Souls 2, definitely get Scholar of the First Sin, for sure. But yeah, so looking at our stats here, what else can we do? So your equipment, so we're using a fire longsword. You can pick this up pretty early in this game. Alongside a morning star, again, you can pick it up pretty early. Actually very early. But that's part of the reason why I have the stats that I do, because it takes a little bit higher strength and dexterity to use these, especially the morning star. But it's one of the best weapons in the game, and it is always in the Souls games. Just because it's a mace, which can stun things and deals extra damage to armor, but it also does bleed damage. So it's very strong and worth using. And just any elemental effect is very good, especially early game, when your stats are low, so you don't have good scaling, but it'll do more elemental damage. We have the Royal Kite Shield. This gives us full physical block. And then we're using Traveling Merchant Helmet, just because it increases our item find, and then some leather armor. Got the Stamina Regen Ring, Health Regen, Ring of Binding, which means we lose less health when we're hollowed, and then Ring of Blades is attack. Because we've got a short bow, and some arrows, and not too many items. I'm not using magic. I'm not a fan of magic in the Souls games. I think it's kind of cheesy. So we're just not using it. I'm also not going to do like the, Zweihander, or Zweihander? I can never say that word. The big two-handed sword that everybody uses because it's really good and broken. So, I know a lot of people say, oh, the JD straight sword, that's the new build. Yeah. But, oh well. So we're pretty early on here. This is Hide's Tower of Flame. This is actually one of the first zones you can get to. Ooh, that's weird. So you can see our shield has maximum block, that's why we're using it. Ooh. You kill that guy, it summons up some other ones. So I've already cleared this area. We've killed the boss over there. You can see there's nothing there. And this boss is an interesting one. You can see these levers here. And they raise the platform over there where the boss was. So if you fight him right off the bat, there's like no area to fight him in, which is good and bad. Because if you know what you're doing, you can bait him to just fall off and die immediately. But of course he can do the same to you. It's very easy to roll off and die. Ooh. Just like that. I got greedy there. Or you can raise the platforms and have much more area to fight him in. One of the other issues this game has is the world is very odd. The world and level design in this is just frankly not very good. Dark Souls 1 and to a lesser extent 3 are well known for how interconnected everything is. All the areas, all the different levels blend together and connect to one another, and it all kind of makes sense. Like you can see different areas that you can go to and all that. And it feels natural and good. And that's one of the cool things about it, because it's essentially a Metroidvania. But, sorry, yo no hablo español. But, this one, the world is still connected, so you can see this is how we got to this zone, is over here. But it doesn't make much sense. So if you go down there, you somehow go underground and then pop up back at the beginning of the level, or of the world back in Majula where we were, and you can actually see it. At least you can see it in the skybox, kind of. The big tower, the big black tower up there. That's Majula where we spawn in. And so they tried to do it with this, but it feels weird. So you can see, because it's the return event, there's lots of blood around, lots of messages, lots of people. We'll go to another area, we'll see if there's anybody around here in the Forest of Fallen Giants. So we might be a little too high soul memory to actually see people here, but we'll check it out. Actually, we'll be good. We'll use human effigy. See if we can find anybody to invade us. So another thing this game does that a lot of people have issues with is there's a recurring enemy, the Pursuer, and one of the places he spawns is up there. That might be the first place you see him, and he's the second boss in this zone as well. He is brutally difficult, especially for new players. And you fight him many, many times. But yeah, this is the first like actual area you go to outside of the beginning of the game. And it's similar to the first one and to the third one actually, and even to Demon Souls, and that it's mostly the, you know, hollowed humanoids here, soldiers and infantry and things. First boss was down there in this little elevator. It's a big giant, which is a cool fight, and it's a fun one because he's scarier than he is. It's a very kind of slow and methodical fight, and it's very easy. But it's one of those fights where you can get kind of startled easily. Ooh. Got greedy there for sure. Oh my god. Focus up a little more. I'm going this way because I want to demonstrate some of the shenanigans that this game likes to pull on you. It's like there's an item up here. If you go to get it, it's an obvious trap. These guys drop down and get you. And if you're the level that you should be to be here, that can be just devastating. You won't be able to actually deal with them fast enough. But again, you can see people leaving messages. Beware of recklessness. See pools of blood of lots of people that died. Do that exact same thing. There's not a whole lot going on in this zone. I just wanted to demonstrate that. I guess there's one other thing here that I can show off before we go to some other actual areas and progress a little bit. Nullify the effect. Why would I want to do that? I'm gonna regret doing this. So this game, in the first one, if you're human, or at least human-looking rather, you can get invaded by people and NPCs. In this one, you can get invaded by NPCs even if you're hollow, which is kind of neat. But the NPCs that invade you are just absolutely brutal. So here's Armorer Dennis. Oop. Oh my god. Got stuck on the wall there really bad. So this guy sucks because he has magic. And he also has fast rolls, and a straight sword, and a full shield. Ooh. Oh my goodness. So the invasions like that, it's just one and done. He's not going to come back. But he's the first one that a lot of people will find, and is pretty difficult. But I wanted to save him to demonstrate that. Just kind of talk about this game a little bit. So, let's see. There's a couple areas we can go to. Now it's progressing here, or we can go there, which is a little bit higher level. Go back here to holding cells. So the Lost Bastille is... It's like the 3rd or 4th level, depending on which way you go. So if you start in the Forest of Fallen Giants, and then you go through that and beat the Pursuer, then you'll get sent here. Or if you go to the Tower of Flame and finish that, then you have to go through another zone, the No Man's Wharf, and that'll also send you here. Damn. That staggered real bad there, too. There was another guy that invaded here and killed him already. There's a whole bunch of dogs here. Come on. Hey, there's the Pursuer again. He shows up a lot. Thankfully, if you die to him or just near him, he doesn't come back. Or you can beat him and then you get some good items. I totally forgot that he spawned there though. Was not ready for that at all. So despite the fact that the world in this one is kind of odd and has the issues with the interconnectivity, there is a lot of different ways that you can go in it. Like off the bat, you can go to Fallen Giants or Tower of Flame. But then after that, once you start getting a few more unlocks and things, there is a lot of different areas you can get to. Some are easier than others, of course. Which is why we're here, rather than the forest area. You can hear so much clanking and... Oh, there he is. Guess he came back. Wouldn't mind getting my souls back, but let's see how that goes. Okay. Whew. So you can destroy these things, which is a cool mechanic. I'm glad that that's a thing. Another thing this game does that's kind of interesting is there's torches, and you can carry torches around and light various things around the world. And there's some enemies that are like afraid of fire and will hide from it, which is pretty cool. It's a mechanic that I wish some of the other games would have done. So the Pursuer is gone, that's good. Don't have to deal with him anymore. Guess he despawned because we ran away, which I am totally fine with. So this is a shortcut back to that bonfire, which we unlocked before, or I unlocked before, off stream from the other way. So you can see there's that guy up there. There's the blacksmith over there. And yeah, we want to go over here. It's been a while since I've played this one. So some issues remembering where things are. Oh, I hate these things. Actually, yeah, we'll go get a torch, because there's one of the little things that we can light here. And on some levels, it actually has purpose. Lighting the torches will, again, make certain enemies run away and hide, or unlock some different areas. But in general, it just gives you light, which is good. And then once you light these, they stay lit, even if you die or go back to a bonfire. And then you can relight your torch at any of them. So it's always nice to try to find those when you can. Oh. Why did that door take a key? It's wooden. I think I can just break that. Ooh. Double dog. It's not too bad, but where do you have left? What's he doing? Okay. Plenty of items. You can see plenty of people died to that as well. Let's see. Yeah, we can't break that. I just have to roll in the boxes. That's important. Actually, we'll switch weapons here for a second. You can hear armor creaking around there. This could be bad. This could be real bad. Come on, get in here. I don't know why those guys explode. I don't know what their deal is. The Wanderer set. Okay. Hurrah for rolling. It's supposed to be nice and rate up all the messages you find. Again, because the whole point of playing this is to re-experience the first time when there was a bunch of people playing it. Community was active and engaged. Ow. Come on. My stats are so low that two-handing doesn't really matter. Normally you'd want to two-hand your weapons, you can do some more damage that way. But because the build I went for, and I leveled Adaptability first, my stats are low, that two-handing just doesn't incur much of a benefit. Alright, where you have Nimble One above. Barely see it. So this creepy looking wall here was one of the other features of this game, the lock stones. And there's a finite number of them in the game, and you can't actually open all of these unless you join the Covenant that's all about them, and that involves PvP. Which is one of the reasons why people like this game, because then you can engage in PvP, because everybody knows where to go for that, so you can fight and get more of them. Trying to see what people are dying to here. Can't remember if there's mimics in this one or not. I don't think there are. Because in the other games, you can tell if a chest is a mimic because the little chain that's hanging from it is going in the different direction. But none of the chests in this game have the chain. Do we have any... I better save it. Can't remember what this one does. Happiness ahead. That could be anything. Woman required ahead. Keep moving, then enemy ahead. Shortcut ahead. To what? Keep going, see what we can find. Don't you dare. Oh. Okay, so this leads back to where we were. The blacksmith was down there. So it's a shortcut to an area that we've already been to. And have no reason to actually go back to. The game does this a lot. Where there's ladders that you can't just roll down, you have to actually use them. Which bothers me. I don't know why, it just does. Get to do this a lot in this game. Especially in this area. Secrets. Really careful here. Life gems. So in addition to the Estus flask, in this one you also have life gems that can heal you. And you can buy those from different vendors. Crap. Avoid that. At least for now. Game has a lot of big enemies in it, perhaps more than some of the other ones do, especially for how early on it is too. Where did you come from? Anyway, there's gargoyles, apparently. That's a thing. This is totally pointless, but we're gonna do it. Better lighting. This game also has, I think, the most jumping puzzles of any game in the series, which sucks. Jumping in Dark Souls is terrible. Okay, I can see there's one guy down there. I don't know, maybe we'll just go down and fight them. Not fall off the edge, that would be bad. I can hear him rattling around. I aggroed him through the wall. There's another one still. Oh, it's multiple. Oh, I got staggered so bad by that. So Poise is a stat in this game, and it's interesting because it's tied into two of your stats. So it's based on your endurance and your adaptability, and your Poise is based on the lower of the two. So you have to level adaptability, because otherwise your animations are just terribly slow. But then it means you also have to level endurance, or your Poise is going to be terrible too. So there's a balancing act in this game for sure. Sort of like the whole thing with the soul memory and being able to kill things until they stop respawning. So you have to really think about what you're going to do in terms of your build and how many enemies you're going to kill and all that. That was violent. That was even more violent. I think there's one more in here. Yeah. I can hear them. Thankfully, I can one-shot these things. Otherwise, that would be really awkward. Because I think if you don't, that's when they explode. Well. Like seeing the ghosts of other people rolling around and stuff. Something ahead. Secrets. Try front. Hidden path. There's a ton of secrets in this zone. I'm sure I've missed a bunch. Let's see here. There's another torch there. That's where we came in at. Alright, let's go back up here. There's this guy. So sometimes you find people that are petrified around the area and don't have the key for that. And you can save them with fragment branches. And I have a couple of them, so we'll use one here. It's useful for this guy in particular. You have to use them to progress a little bit further in the game, but we want this guy for sure.
I am strayed. I mean, very cursed.
So straight is good, partially because he gives us the mock gesture, and because you can trade some of your boss souls from bosses that you've killed for items to him, which is very good. So we'll definitely want to come back here. And you can see some of the stat requirements on them. They have a ways to go. So sell some items, that's interesting. Huh. So this is an interesting thing in that if you want to not raise your soul memory, you can use this. Although I think that was something added in Scholar of the First Sin that was not in the base game.
Rang is there. The cut of the some in the so what they who they
Anytime you meet an NPC, you just want to exhaust their dialogue just in case.
the what Rang is there.
Okay, so we got everything then.
Cast. Let's hope the magnet.
Of course, the other benefit to him is you get a bonfire here. We don't particularly need it because we're already close to another one anyways, but it's still good to have. Actually, we could have used that one to light the torch in that other room. Liar. There's no illusion there at all. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I can hear armor clinking, so there must be someone outside. We can't get out there. But from outside, you could get into here, is what I think. Yeah. Well, maybe. Actually, I have no idea. Maybe there's secrets? No? I remember so little of this one. See, I played through this game when it first came out, and then I played through it again when Scholar of the First Sin came out. But other than that, I haven't touched it. Compared to the many times that I've played through the other ones. Again, totally pointless. But we're gonna do that anyways. So we can go here. And we can fight at the bottom of that. There's one of the big kind of late game bosses, the Lost Sinner. And we can fight her now, but we don't need to. She's quite difficult as well. So we can try for that item that's down there. I remember how to position this correctly. I might take fall damage and die, we'll see. Actually, I almost certainly will. Yeah. I need the cat ring to get down there. So alongside there being a lot of jumping puzzles in this game, there's a lot of fall damage as well. And a lot of times when people play this game, you'll see they have significantly more health than me. I have hardly any, so I haven't put any points into it. But one of the reasons you do that is because there is so much fall damage in this. And we're not doing magic, so I don't need any of that junk. Go back to Majula. We could level up. Let's buy the cat ring instead. So down in this giant pit is this game's version of Blighttown, because of course, there has to be.
Oh. Who are you again? You do have a tie.
Everybody's favorite NPC in this game. The cat.
Satisfied. I'll be.
So you need the cat ring or ladders to get down here. And doing this with the ring is terrible. Doing it with ladders is also not good. There's another NPC. Let's see if she has anything good for us. No, I bought all the good things already.
Lonely time.
So let's check. This is better. It certainly weighs less. I don't think we can get below 33%. But that guy's lit up like an anime character. So you want to try to keep your weight limit low. Over there in the bottom right. So the lower your weight, the faster you roll, but there's breakpoints for it. And one of them is if you're less than 33% equip load, you fast roll then. So yeah, we're still not there. Nice fuzzy shoulders then. But yeah, with this we're below 50%, which is still good. Still a little faster there. Let's go to this terrible, terrible area. So you can see, like I said, I did some work before streaming this, just to have a few more things unlocked and more potential areas to go to and explore. Gonna jump down. Ooh. Jeez. No chill at all. Awful lot of bloodstains here. There's that one on the side of the bridge as well. So there's a guy over here. And there's this big guy up here. A whole bunch of little ones running around. Come on. Did not time that right. His attacks deplete all of my stamina when blocking. So basically just have to wait him out until he does something like that. So there's a butterfly up there that leaves poison crab everywhere. Visions of tough enemy, try stabbing. There's one of those knights in there. It's this game's version of the Black Knights from the first one. Oh, I did the thing. message told me to stab him in the back, and I did. How about that? There's another one up there. It's coming. Enemies don't take very much fall damage in this game. Like, hardly any. He fell way down. He's coming back then. We'll wait for him, because we don't want to have to fight him later. We want to make sure that fights are on our terms. Unless he got stuck. He got stuck, okay. Ooh. Got parried by skeleton. Just savage. Visions of attacking. Hoorah, skeleton. There's another one up here. There's a bunch of them up here. Thank goodness for backstabs. Thank goodness for the bow as well. He wasn't having that. Ooh, kinky. I've noticed enemies can get out of your backstab at times. I don't know if it's like they're just that good or the animation's bugged or what. I don't remember that being a thing before. It's always worth it to have a bow, especially if you're not doing a magic build. That way you have the ability to do things like this. Come on. Yeah, he just got out of it. Whatever. I think there might be one more, yeah. Don't give up, skeleton. I remember this. I'm gonna get invaded on this. At least it's not the pursuer. At least I don't think it is. We'll find out. Some other random enemies here, though. No? Look at these hitboxes. Come on. Yeah. Yeah, sidestep all the way over to me. Believe in you. Oh, it's not an invasion. He's just here. Okay. Totally worth it. This is gonna suck. Oh god, he has so much health. Come fight me over on this bridge, where you can fall off. And I can also fall off. So... Oop, nope. Yeah, come back. You know you want to. Crap. I knew it was gonna happen. Those souls are dead to us, we're not getting back there. So I have to kill all those guys to do it. And the reward for the end of that is everybody's least favorite boss in the entire game. Well, actually that's not true. Dark Eater Midir exists in the third game. He did it too. But the boss over there in that area is the Skeleton Chariot. And it's not a traditional boss fight at all. That's why I was kind of trying to get to it. Cool thing about these enemies is they give like no souls. Makes it totally rewarding to go through here. I'm trying to think where the bonfire is. There's another one up here somewhere. Come on. Nope. One more. There we go. You can't see enemies, but you know there's just a ton of them around. This game is the Dark Souls of Dark Souls. There's just constant shenanigans going on in it. Another Morning Star. It's one of those big guys. Yeah, I got really dumb there. Come on. I might die here. So far, so good. Oh, of course. What else would it have been? This is one of the NPC ones. I actually fought him before in Lost Bastille. Keep spinning around. There we go. Kill this thing. So we could try to get back up there and get our souls. It wasn't that many. But then again, on the other hand, because of soul memory, even if you die, that still counts towards your memory. So losing souls becomes an even bigger deal in this game. Wasn't too bad. Oop. Hi there. When it said enemy horde, I expected more than 2 guys heavily staggered. Try jump attack. You could totally make that. Fatty, can't fit. There's a guy in there. I want to also be in there. Skeletons. So there's curse coming from those jars. Wooden arrows can't break it, that's right. Some of the skeletons respawn, because of course they do. Oop, oop, oop. Ah, crap. I didn't mean to do that. But yeah, that's the forest area. It's terrible. At least the bridge is permanently down now. We don't have to, like, do that again. So aggressive. Because this area is a good one to demonstrate just how much this game relies on shenanigans and stuff. So this is the path that you would have to go through to get here. You knock that tree down and it gives you a shortcut. When you first come into this zone, you come up here, that guy jumps you, you come into this room and there's no lights, There's all these guys hanging on the side here. And there's more underneath it, hidden in the shadows. There's that door there. You try to open it, a guy comes out of it and stabs you. It's just, this game is... It wants you to know how difficult it is. Now, some people said that this game was apparently made by From Software's B team, which I guess I can see, I don't know. I always thought that this game felt like either a really, really good, like, fan-made game, like they understood everything about Dark Souls, but couldn't quite get it. We'll go back here, though. Back to McDuff's. I'm just gonna ignore those souls that we lost. But yeah, this game's weird. Like I said, it's not as good as 1 and 3. It has some issues for sure, but all the elements are there. Still hear dogs, I don't see them though. Ooh. Nice. So back up this way is where you spawn into the level if you get here the other way. Yeah, that could have gone better. Jeez. This level makes a strong case for a two-handed sword. Just walk into this room and 6 guys come out at you. Come on. That could have gone better. Yikes. Did it again. Jeez. I'll switch back to the Morning Star. These guys, because they have armor. This is just brutal. We're going this way because there's a boss over here. Because, you know, I'm doing so well that I think we should totally try to fight a boss. There they are. Got one that time. A new record. So the mace staggers them a little bit, which is good. The sword for sure does more damage, but having stagger is nice. Perhaps 2 more. Just for good measure, you know? Come on. You know you want to. So I went this way before, off stream, and purposely didn't kill the boss. I didn't even try. So I wanted to have a boss in easy access for the purposes of the stream. Because, you know, this is so easy. Don't get stuck, don't get stuck. Damn it. Some sick new pants, though, yeah. Moving up in the world. If I remember correctly, this boss is optional, too. Like, there's not actually any reason for me to be fighting it. Anyway, let's go die, and, come on. I know you can jump up here. Where's the third one? Ooh. Oh no, 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 not that, not that. It's definitely not the item I want to use here. There's secrets in this room, I know there are. Just trying to remember where. There it is. Oh, crap. Ooh. Downtown. So the secret to this boss, from what I remember, is to just... You want to kill the first one really quick. And then try to get the second one down before the third one is active, pretty much. Ooh. Also me, fool. Forgetting that you can't attack things while they're down. just glad I didn't get blown up that time. Coming back to me, slowly but surely. Take less pointless damage every time. Of course, the pro gamer strat is to just run through and have all 8 of these guys on you. So that way, when you kill the boss, then you have to fight all of these guys right in a row. So far, so good. Here comes fun. Oh, I was for sure blocking that. Payback. Fight me out here. Okay, much better. See if we can summon up somebody for this. Get some of that jolly cooperation. Oh. I thought that was an item. Oh, there is one there. Okay. I have to assume that that's an NPC and not a player. What do we have here? Delclaire? That sounds like another NPC. You can tell it's players because their names are a lot more ridiculous. What's she using? Spells. Yeah, why not? Whatever. Give it a go. Okay, it's definitely an NPC because they didn't emote as soon as they got summoned in. Yeah. Alright. Ow. Hey, thanks for joining the fight there, Delclaire. Of course, when you summon people, bosses get more health and they do more damage. But for a boss fight where there's multiple enemies like this one, it's almost worth it if only to have them be kind of a meat shield for you. Hey, it's my souls. Hey, you got this, Delclaire. Oh no, you don't. Which one's low? Go for the weaker one. It's not this one. to emote even though it's an NPC and they won't care. What? And she was after something there. I think there's one more in this room, and I can't remember where it is. Frantically hit A on every wall. There we go. Okay, so now we don't want to die, because we actually have a lot of souls. Losing them would be bad. Okay, why does that wall sound so weird? There's just nothing in this one? Okay. There's one there. This one at least has something. Nope. Okay. Alright, so there was a ladder over there. Go this way though. I think this leads to, what is it, Belfry Luna? Which is another one of the big PvP areas. Some of those explodey guys in there, I know that much. The ladder from before is just right here. Perfect. Bonfire. I feel like there's more secrets in here. But where? Let's keep going through. No, maybe not. Visions of left. Go on. There's all sorts of bloodstains here, and not a lot of enemies, which has me a little worried. I can't remember why there would be, so we'll try the other way. Okay, I'm glad we went back, because that was the only thing here. Alright, yeah, guess we'll go that way. Actually, let's play it smart. We have a whole bunch of souls. Let's go back to Majula and talk to the Herald. actually. I don't have enough to actually do anything.
Is that a shard? Here, to see. However,
Couldn't remember if I had more than one. Okay. So we want to get that leveled up there. So we can get some more poise so we don't get knocked around like we have been. Do I really want to go that much though? Could definitely use more health as well. I usually don't put any points into vitality. Okay. I think we're at this one. So I'm human right now, but we still haven't been invaded or anything yet. And again, I think part of that is because of soul memory. It's an interesting system in theory, but I don't like it in practice. Where's that guy? Where did he come from? There he is. Oh no. Where's that guy going? So I could go over there. I think. Yeah. This guy saw me and just ran. Yeah. There's a whole bunch of explodey guys here. And one right there, too. Oh. Okay, so this leads to... what's his face? Strayed. So we have all the major shortcuts here unlocked, which is good. Shouldn't see that. That is not safe for streaming. Not at all. What? Let's look for more secrets. Pointless. No. That is not pointless. It's the best door in the game. How do I get to the belfry? That's what I wanted to do, and I can't remember how to actually get to it from here. I know it's around somewhere. It's up there. But how do you get up there? Try left. We were here before and there was explodey guys in that cage. So there's still good interconnectivity in the level itself, but within the world, not so much. That's not secrets. Wait a minute. Almost missed it, that was vital. Can summon... Brightbug glitch is... You can tell that's a real player. Oh. Yeah, this is totally where I wanted to fight him. So here's the pursuer. Oh. Sucks. When his sword gets all glowy, he can stab you, and it curses you. The hit detection on it is terrible. There we go. There's a lot of guys just standing around down here. Large club. Item. Yes. Can't remember what this one does. I don't think where to go from here. Oops. Not that way. Okay, now this way. I feel like I'm missing something somewhere, like something obvious. Try one more time for secrets in here. Secret ahead. Pointless. Yes. Hurrah for bravery. How do you write "Don't give up skeleton"? So when you go to Majula. Let's see here. You don't start with this item, and you get it in the Forest of Fallen Giants. It's the... what is it? Or no, maybe you do start with it. I'm trying to remember. Oh my god, it's been so long. Messages, there we go. So if you just go into the start menu, then you can make a message. So let's say... yes, of course. So you have to go through this awkward menu to find the... don't give up. And then you can add whatever you want to it, within whatever is there in the messages. But it's encouraged while you're doing the event to leave your message like that here in Majula, so that other players can see it and upvote it. So don't give up, Skeleton. Try beating 2 pulp. No. That's not the right message.
There. Less.
Do I even have to level up again? Sure do. A little bit more health. And I'm trying to think what else would be a good use of souls. I think you have to do this one. Just don't give up. No? That's not that. Creatures, monster, no. Don't want that one. No, not that. Yeah, the message system is less than ideal. Skeleton. Okay, so you have to pick one, and then let's see. Just don't give up. Comma. Skeleton. So yeah, you have to pick don't give up, and then go to the next line by hitting done. So then you have to input the comma, and then skeleton, enter. Don't give up, skeleton. So yeah, make sure you put your message there if you're doing the return event. And I'm going to do something really dumb, and I'm going to, let's see, clear out my inventory first and foremost. Just to keep it organized. Don't need any of this stuff. Get the cat ring going. We'll use all of our souls because we're going to die. Let's see if I remember how to do this. Probably not. Just barely. And then That one breaks if you land on it, I remember that much. I whiffed. Ooh, nope. Oh, so close. Had to try, though. It's the safer way to do that, because that's an endgame area anyways, is to wait until later on you can unlock an NPC that will sell you ladders, and you can build ladders just all the way to the bottom. Try one more time. So many bloodstains over here. There we go. And then we want that. I did it! At what cost? There's further stuff down here, too. Right? Yeah, there is. I don't think I can make that one. Nope. Can't break through those. Your message has been raided just in time. This game. Alright, let's see what's over here then. Is this where the rats are? I can't remember. Yeah, it is. Oops. So there's a covenant tied to the rats here, if I remember correctly. And this is another popular spot for invasions. Which is part of the reason why this game is popular and beloved, is it has lots of opportunities for invasions in PvP, because there's a couple different covenants that allow for it in set areas, which is nice. Actual good timing. Okay, so I could put a lockstone down there. I swear there's another one. There's one there, one there. But that's a big skeleton. Chained down, too. That's a... Look at them all. Skeleton, skeleton. I think this is how you join the Rat Covenant. It's been so long. Oh, hey. I knew there was another one. So let's fight this boss. I'm sure this won't go poorly. In fact, you know it's going to go really well because there's a bonfire right next to it. No corpse run here. Just right into it. Plenty of poison and curse, petrify, and all sorts of other fun status ailments here. They're still coming. And here's the actual boss. The statues make it so much harder than it has to be, which is totally the point. It's just a couple rats here. Actually, it's not lock on. I think that's causing us more harm than good. At least until we're out of the statues. Nope. Only some of them count towards the health of the boss. I don't think there's any way to tell. I'm poisoned or something. Also forgot to equip a real ring. It's even harder than it has to be. Did it. I think it was the fluffier ones for the actual Vanguard. Hurrah for victory. Oh, hey.
Leave this place, human.
No.
We have no time for thy kind.
You leave. I killed all your boys.
Humans bring nothing but filth.
You're one to talk. Look at you. Gross
there
looking.
A last one of mine rat burrows come rejoice. Since, permit me ask, swearest thou?
Nah, I'm good.
Get thee gone. Thou, I am swear.
No.
Then we need.
Visions of tough enemy. That skeleton. I think this is a good place to end it, though. Got further than I expected to. We have a giant skeleton, which is totally the point of the event. Is don't give up, skeleton. Enjoy the return to Drangleic. It's fun. Remember to write your message in Majula with the weird message system. It runs until the 30th, but it's a community-run thing, so you know, there's not any like hard and fast end date to it. But they moved a little earlier this year than they normally have it to prepare for people wanting to play Elden Ring in February. But anyway, yeah, this is Dark Souls 2. As always, whether you are here live or you watch this VOD, do hope you enjoy it. I know I certainly did. It's always fun to go back to these games. But anyway, until next time, have a good one.